Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Disclaimer that you're going to hear in a few videos, the lower half of my face in the next few videos is going to be pretty swollen and my mouth may look slightly numbed, and that is because it is numbed and my face is swollen, but I had to record some content before I went on vacation, so please enjoy my swollen face. I'm absolutely fine now. For those who don't know, I used to very much be like a makeup snob. And I don't just mean having standards when it came to what I use, you know? I was very much like it's either high end or not drugstore. I would never use drugstore. On myself, on clients, I still wouldn't use drugstore on clients because I have a nice kit, but on myself, it was like a no-go. But if being an influencer or content creator has taught me one thing, it's that you shouldn't judge a product by its price. So I have a few things in front of me today where I kind of have the luxury and the drugstore equivalent, or more affordable equivalent, and I want to try them out today. We are going to do drugstore on the scar side, luxury on the other side, and just see how we get on, because there are some things, some luxury things where I'm like, I don't know why this costs this much money. Please do subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just comment luxury. Okay, let's do it. So I've tried my best to find the equivalent of the drugstore and the luxury items, but first up we are going to do eyeshadow. So on the luxury side we are going for Patrick Tar, and this is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. I believe this is the original. Look at all those fingerprints. And on the drugstore side we are going for MUA Academy Virtual Glow. Obviously this has a few more colors in it, like the purples and things like that, but I will be looking more at the nudes and trying to make a similar eye with those shades. We'll keep it quite simple because I kind of just want to use maybe 3 colors from each palette so we can get more of a cohesive look. Now, I do really like Patrick Tar products. You can see just from this initial application, I mean, look at that pigmentation. That's crazy. Let's give this brown from the MUA Academy palette a go here. Now see, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that is just the same amount of pigmentation we had from a Patrick Tar palette. It blends out equally as nice. Whoops, apart from when I make a mistake with my blending, I took it too high there. Now apart from the shade in the MUA Academy palette being slightly more red in terms of the red tone brown, it is packing more of a punch, right? Oh wait, I've done it wrong already. We're doing luxury on the brow side and non-luxury on the other side now. Okay, so luxury on the brow, luxury brow, remember, on the scar. I knew I would mess it up as soon as I started doing it. Let's blend out. Blends out beautifully. I have the same base on every side. I have the same everything. Done, we'll leave it at that. Smoky eye, check. Truly, in all honesty, I don't see a difference in the texture at all. Like, not one bit. So the MUA side, the drugstore side, is redder in tone. But, I mean, there's really not a huge difference at all. That's kind of concerning, actually. Let's try one of the shimmer tones here from the MUA Academy palette. I'm just going to put that all over the lid with my finger so we get like an even go each time. And then I'll try this shimmer nude here from the Patrick Tar palette on the Patrick Tar side. The only difference I'm really noticing here is that the Patrick Tar palette, the texture kind of feels a bit more stickier, I guess. Almost like it has a built-in glue. But not glue, not like that crazy, not like it's a sticky glue, but like it feels like it's gonna grip. However, I do actually prefer the smoothness of the MUA side. Like that looks like this looks a bit like chunky and a bit actually gross on my eyelids. That looks a little bit, I guess a bit patchy because it is a bit chunkier in terms of the formula. Why don't I just cover my whole mouth while I'm trying to speak into a microphone? Because it's a bit chunkier in terms of formula, it does give more of a textured look on the lid. So if you do have an eyelid that is a little bit more naturally textured and you're not into that, might not be the best for you, might not be the best formula. Okay, before we do under the eyes, I want to go in with concealer. So on the luxury side, we're going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. On the drugstore side, we are using the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. Now, I like the Maybelline Fit Me products in general. So let's do the NARS side. Everyone always asks what I think about this NARS concealer. And I obviously have it and have used it before, but I can never really give an opinion. I don't think it was really a standout concealer to me. It is very creamy and blends actually really beautifully into the skin. If you can hear really loud crunching, that's my dogs. It's a little bit drier than I thought it would have been. And in terms of, it says radiant, right? In terms of it being radiant, I am a little bit like, where's that radiance? Radiance is lacking. Where's it radiant? It's almost like matte in my eyes. Like, does that look radiant to you? That doesn't look radiant to me. I don't know. Okay, let's try this Maybelline one. I've actually never tried this before, but I did want to try like more drugstore products, and there's some things I have here that are new, that I have never used before. I'm going to use a different brush. It's the same brush, but a different one. So let's use this aside. Okay, so obviously the shade is going to be a little, where's it gone? A little bit lighter. Wow, that is, I definitely chose a bit of a light shade there, but that's okay, we can make it work. So, I mean, they both kind of look, I'm actually kind of getting a bit more coverage. Ooh, what's that in my neck? Oh my god. Oh my god, as if I thought there was a spider. It's the tag. I left the tag on this. I just want to do a little bit more coverage on the NARS side because I feel like I'm not getting as much coverage from this as I am from the Maybelline one. Okay, so let's talk texture and formula. The NARS one is looking matter than I thought it would, and it actually does appear to be actually drier on my skin than the Maybelline one. This looks, that looks really, really nice. This, to me, this is what radiance is, right? It has a kind of glow to it when I move my head like this. Whereas this side is, it's not majorly different, to be honest with you, but if I wanted something that was going to give me more of a glow, or perhaps just more of what I would expect from something that was called radiance, this is what I would expect. Interesting. Okay. So far, Drugstore's winning. By a long shot, actually. Very interesting. I'm going to use the same pencil on both eyes. That's not going to be part of the test today. I'm just going to put on some foundation very quickly. I'm using Sculpted by AIMEE today. This is a beautiful foundation, the Satin Silk Longwear foundation. When they say Longwear, they are not kidding. Now, I'm not really surprised with the eyes, I have to be honest with you. I know I like MUA Academy. I think their eyeshadows are really, really stunning. The concealer, though, I am pretty shocked by. I'm going through that stage where I can't touch my eyebrows yet, so you can see like the hairs and stuff like that. I'm getting them done soon, so just trying to hold out plucking those individual hairs. I just want to let the expert deal, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is gonna be a tiny bit of an unfair comparison. Let me explain why. So I have on one side from Kevin Aquan. One time someone really had a go at me because I didn't say it in a French accent. Listen, I don't expect people to come to England and pronounce fish and chips in an English accent. This is the Sculpt and Define Contour book. Now I had the one that was like in the card with like the two, with like the blush and the ombre ones. But I saw this, I was like, this is really cute. I have used the shade and I wasn't overly impressed. Then I saw this from Beauty Bay. Now Beauty Bay, you know, they make their own brand products, and I'm actually usually really impressed with them. So I want to use the cream on the drugstore side, although it's not exactly drugstore side, prices, and then powder on the non-drugstore side. So while it's a bit of an unfair comparison, I do just want to see how each side performs. So I'm going to take the Calvin Klein powder here. I just want to do the contour powder, which is like this. The shades are perfect though. This kind of like lighter ashier gray is a perfect contour shade. Like, look, that just looks like shadow. That looks great. I don't know what else to say. Both palettes also have like this whiter highlight, so I do want to use that around the eye area and kind of central to the face in this area here. And it's not like a pure white powder, it's just like this subtle sculpt, like defining powder. Like that. That's kind of nice. That's nice. Am I like, overly like, wow, not really, no. I'm gonna get as close as I can to the shades. I'm gonna use Cold Brew, which is this gray kind of cream on the top. Again, with the same brush, but a different brush, a clean one. Again, beautiful shade. Perfect as a contour. That gray, shadowy, ashy shade. It applies really nicely. I am kind of like, although I'm very oily, I am enjoying the way creams sit on top of my foundation at the moment compared to powders, which can, oh, I don't know actually. Maybe I do prefer the powder side. Oh, let's do the nose. I've got the side of the nose here. Oh, that made my nose look bigger. So you'll see actually these have, there's only one powder, which is the white powder. So it is a powder version in the more affordable palette too. Okay, no, I do actually prefer the white powder in, God, it's difficult. I actually prefer the way the luxury side looks with this one. I think the sculpt is a little bit more the right shade, if that makes sense, and a little bit more visible, and the white is a little bit nicer and a little bit brighter without being like a pure white. I think I do prefer that side. Okay, we are going for quite a particular shade with our blush. So on our luxury side, we are going for Make Beauty. Is it Make Beauty or just Make? We're going for Make, and this beautiful, what's this called? Galactic. This purple blush. On the other side, we are going for the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade All That Butter. There's always just one thing I had issue with Drugstore. There's always too many stickers on it. And this is a shade we're going for on the Drugstore side. So this and this. Not very close, not very similar, but I tried. We're getting as close as possible. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Okay, let's start with Make first. And I'm just going to tap a little bit in here. My luxury side is what side? This side. Oh, wow. I didn't need to go as crazy. Oh, I went too crazy with the pigment. Ooh, that's pigmented. Help me. Stunning. Stunning shade. That is beautiful. Really, really nice. The powder went on really smoothly. It really like traveled nicely. You definitely don't need, I think this is going to sound really crazy, but I'm so used to luxury blushes. Sorry, I got a hair up my nose. Luxury blushes having no pigmentation, but I went in quite strong, and you really don't need that much at all. We're going to try the NYX one on the other side. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, you know what? I just feel like they're two completely different situations. This is a lot. This is a lot of stuff going on. This is like this, the Make side is this nice, subtle, it's purple, but it's a little bit subtler than perhaps this side. You know what I think? I do like the color of this NYX one, but it does have that slight shimmer to it, which always gives like a bit of an, on me, a bit of an ashiness. Can you see here? I just don't think it needs that like metallic tone to it, that like metallic bit to it. Not my favorite. Oh god, no, I really don't like that shade. I have a few more of their blushes. I like their products, so we'll try them again. I don't like this. I don't like this shade though. That's a bit not great on me. But also as well, I look at this and think about it on perhaps a deeper skin tone, and this kind of like grey shine it has, a silvery shine. I can't imagine being great on deeper skin tones either, to be honest with you. Okay, let's move on to lips. So for our luxury side, I have WAKEMAKE. You would have seen me use these palettes a few times. Then I came across this brand called FLORTTE, which is this one, FLORTTE, which is very similar, suspiciously so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same-ish color from each side, which is going to be this deeper purpley black shade. Top lip will be luxury, bottom lip is going to be the more drugstore. So this is from the WAKEMAKE palette. So these palettes are absolutely stunning and such a great addition to a kit. If you have a makeup kit, whether you just, you know, do a lot of makeup on yourself. So that's that shade in the WakeMake palette. Let's go to the drugstore one. The only kind of difference really is that the drugstore one has, sorry, I was just looking at my dog, has a bit of a glitter, a bit of a shimmer to it. Oh, it does come with an applicator. Okay. Oh, and it's not actually as dark as it looks in the palette either. It's not that purple. Okay. Wow, that is not what I expected at all. God, it does like melt on the lip though. It's a really, really nice texture. I think it's more like, you know what I would say is at the top lip is more like a glowy lipstick or like a glossy lipstick, whereas the drugstore version is more like a lip gloss. I actually really like both those shades. I think they're really, really nice. But in terms of like what I think might last a little bit longer, the WakeMake palette definitely has to win because it just feels more solid on the lip, whereas this does feel like a balmy gloss or something like that. Like a balm almost. It feels like it's not gonna have that longevity, that staying power. Okay, well that was my kind of luxury versus drugstore. I would love to know your opinions down below. Some of your more luxury recommendations, some of your more drugstore recommendations would be great. I do think drugstore makeup has come a really, really long way. I always think about how often people used to buy makeup. It wasn't that much. So what they could give us in the drugstore, you know, wasn't as much as what they can give us now. They can kind of guarantee that stuff is going to fly off the shelves now. Whereas before, not so much. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. Please do subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.